Hi guys, welcome to this video. In the last two videos, we finished discussing the prerequisite section, and in this video, we'll go through the basic concepts of the C programming language. Let's take a look at the list of topics that we'll go through in this video. We'll first discuss the history of the C programming language. Then, we'll take a look at the character set in C. After that, we'll discuss what are the basic data types in C. Then we'll learn a bit about variables, keywords, and constants. Without dealing this any further, let's get started. History of C programming. C was developed in the early 1970s by Dennis Ritchie at AT&T's Bell Laboratories. C was initially developed for writing system software. C seems to be a very popular coding language because it is reliable, simple, easy to use and implement. Many other commonly used programming languages, such as C++ and Java, are also based on C. Now, let's discuss character set in C. A character set denotes any alphabet, digit, or special symbols used to represent information. It includes letters from A to Z, both upper and lowercase, digits from 0 to 9, and all sorts of special symbols. Now, let's discuss the basic data types in C. Data types specify the type of data that the user is going to enter into the program. The C language supports majorly two types of data types: primary data types and derived data types. Technically, there are two more categories in data types: enumerations and void. But for this video, we'll stick to discussing primary data types only. The primary data type in C includes char, int, and float. The char data type is used for declaring character type variable. The size of the character variable is 1 byte. The int data type is used for declaring integer type variables. Integer variables store numeric values. The size of integer variables vary from 2 to 4 bytes. The float data type is used for storing integers with decimal values. The size of float variable is 4 bytes. There are a lot more variations for these three data types, but we'll discuss them in a different video. This brings us to our next topic, and that is constant, variables, and keywords. The letters, numbers, and special symbols, when properly combined together, form constants, variables, and keywords. Let's now try and understand what are variables and the rules for constructing variable names. When any type of information is stored in a computer, it is stored in its memory space. A location in memory is usually represented in a hexadecimal form. This is an example of a memory address represented in hexadecimal form. This is very difficult to remember from a user's point of view. To solve this, our operating system provides us with an option to create files and folders and allows us to name them accordingly. The naming of a memory address is known as variable. When in a program we declare something as variable, it means it can change its value during the execution of the program. Now let's take a look at rules of constructing variable names and let's see how to declare a variable. Variables are declared using a data type and a name for the variable, which can be in any combination of letters, digits, and underscores. The first character in the variable name must be an alphabet or underscore. No commas or blanks are allowed within a variable name. No special symbol other than an underscore can be used in a variable name. This is a syntax to declare a variable name. The data type, as usual, comes as a prefix to the variable name. These are quite a few examples of how to declare variables. Now let's take a look at keywords in C. Keywords are the words whose meaning has already been explained to the C compiler. Keywords cannot be used as variable names because if we do so, we are trying to assign a new meaning to the keyword, which is not allowed by the computer. Some C compilers allow you to construct variable names that exactly resemble the keywords. However, it would be safer not to mix up the variable names and the keywords. The keywords are also called reserved words. C has only 32 keywords and this is a list of them. As we progress further into the series, we'll use each one of them and learn their usage. We've previously learnt about variables. In variables, we discussed that when we declare something as a variable, it means that its value can change during the execution of a program. Now, what if we do not want the value to change anywhere during the execution of a program? This is where constants step in. When we declare a variable as constant, we restrict it from changing its value. Constants in C are declared using the const keyword. This is how you declare a constant. We prefix it with the const keyword, then we use the data type, then the variable name, and the value that we want to initialize to it. This brings us to the end of this video. In the next video, we'll write our first C program and also understand its working. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.